Raising a child is never easy, especially while a parent struggles with poverty or trauma or mental illness. For anyone feeling lost out there, the Administration for Children's Services is here to help navigate this uncharted territory. Group Attachment-Based Intervention, or GABI, opened their first facility in Jamaica, Queens on July 20th. The GABI program is a center designed to support at-risk families with young children from birth to age 3. The model was designed by Dr. Ann Murphy, the director of the Rose F. Kennedy Early Childhood Center at Montefiore Medical Center. GABI is expected to expand to each borough by this fall. Here now to tell us more about this life-changing program is Kaylee Berger, the Assistant Commissioner for Community-Based Strategies in the Division of Prevention Services. Kaylee, nice to have you here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about the GABI program. Big picture, what's the idea behind it?
Sure. So GABI is really designed to support parents who are having a difficult time raising kids. And we know specifically for 0 to 3-year-olds, that's a tough age group. And a lot of the parents we work with are new parents. And so GABI is really designed to help decrease stress and help build those lasting attachment bonds between the parent and the child.
It's interesting because you would think that common sense-wise, people would say, let's start helping folks who need help when children are younger like this. But it doesn't seem that we've focused on that very early stage. Why do you think it's taken a while for us and for this program to get going?
Sure. I think over the past several years, we've seen a growth in the research around brain development for children 0 to 3. So we know that's such a critical time now, and I think ACS has learned that and is really working to increase resources for that age group. So we've been thinking about how can we reinforce the development work that needs to happen for that 0 to 3 group between the parent and child, and that's why we've really started to think about GABI. And we're using it a little differently than we typically do prevention services. So families are currently enrolled in prevention services, 2 of our large programs, and then they get access to GABI as an added support to really target that 0 to 3 population.
Let's talk about it. I want to ask you in a moment about how people can get involved, but let's talk about the program itself. So you described the general concept. Practically speaking, how does it work?
Sure. So GABI is a group model. It's group attachment-based intervention. It's right there in the name. And the way it works is that we're setting up GABI hubs in every borough. So families can drop in up to 6 times a week. We're running groups. They can choose what time they want to come. They show up. It's a 2-hour group, and it looks just like a play group. So we have these beautiful spaces, fun toys and mats, and it's very colorful and
so not intimidating.
Not
at all.
intimidating at all. And the drop-in element allows families to really choose when they feel comfortable and when works for their schedule. So they show up and do a 2-hour group. They start as a big group together with the parents and caregivers, between 10 and 12 parents with their children, and then they do a welcome song. They do 45 minutes of play on the ground with clinicians supporting all of that attachment work, and then they separate, and the parents have a group and the children have a group. And this is what we call a 2-generation approach, because we know we want safe and healthy children, but we can't have safe and healthy children without safe and healthy parents. So having that parent group separate and really support each other and do good peer work and trauma therapy is helpful. And then they come back together and do a reunion song and close out. And that's the 2 hours of the GABI group.
Why do you think that's so important, the notion of making this so embracing? So I suspect that some people would find it daunting, the idea if somebody says to them, here, we have a program for you. When you hear program, they're thinking, oh my, what does that mean? I'm going to be locked in a room and somebody's going to be lecturing me about what I should be doing with my child. So why then do you think it's so important that you've created this kind of welcoming environment?
Yeah. What we've learned through the research is that the 2 biggest predictors of child maltreatment for this age group are untreated mental illness and social isolation. And I think getting at that social isolation piece is really important, and it also helps reduce the stigma. So doing it in a group setting where you're getting out of the home, you're going to a space that looks really welcoming and inviting, that doesn't have a stigma attached to it, and then you're engaging with people who are going through the same experiences you're going through. I think we all need, a supportive network, and especially when you're home with a little one, that can be very isolating. So it's really important to have these spaces and these peer supports, and we want to get at that social isolation.
How big a hurdle, you mentioned the stigma, how big a hurdle do you think that is, this notion of attaching to a stigma to this? Because again, I would think that if you're, essentially what you're saying to parents, or what they might hear, not what you're saying, what they might hear is, you're not a good parent. And I would think that would become a barrier for some people.
Sure, and it's such an intimate bond, the bond between a caregiver and a child, and we want to support that and partner with that. So Gabby trains all of their clinicians to come from a non-judgmental stance and really see themselves as a partner with the family. So it's not an atmosphere where parents are being told, do this or don't do that. It's really about nurturing and building on those strengths. And Gabby is part of the Thrive Initiative, the mental health roadmap under Mayor de Blasio and his wife. The First Lady Chirlane McCray, and that initiative is really about reducing stigma and talking more openly about needing support. And so we want folks to feel like this is a way they can get support, and there's no judgment, and we're welcome to have them drop in.
All right, last question for you then. If somebody's watching this and they're saying either my family or I know somebody who would benefit from this program, how could they become part of it?
Sure. So right now, Gabby is available for our families who are currently enrolled in our general prevention and our family treatment rehabilitation prevention programs. So that's over 9,000 slots citywide. So if families are currently participating in those programs, they can ask their case planner for a referral to Gabby if they have a 0 to 3-year-old. If folks are interested who aren't currently involved with our prevention programs, they can go to one of our community-based providers or call our helpline to get more information about how to get increased support.
Well, it sounds like it can be a terribly valuable program for the parents and the children out there. Kaylee, thanks for spending some time and talking with us about
Sure,
this. We
thank you.
appreciate it. You be well.